Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Hits and Picks, Season 3, Week 11. It's good to be back. It's been a couple weeks. I'll just update everyone before we even start the episode. Where was I? 2 weeks ago, I was working. Last week, my refrigerator. No, if you're wondering, my fridge is not fixed. It is still just sitting there. Thank God I have one in my basement. But it's still a pain in the ass anytime you need something, having to go to your basement to get it.
Dude, is it running? You better go catch it.
And I know I don't get it. So it's like everything, all the lights and everything are still coming on it, but it just won't get cold. And that's an issue if you have a refrigerator.
Honestly, that's a number one issue, I think.
Yeah.
I would say that's definitely the number one issue when it comes to a refrigerator. I mean, it's cool and all that the lights work, but we really need to just cool.
Yeah, and
cool
it's
down.
like it's like an older Samsung one that came with the house. It's not even that old. The fridge is 2013.
But it's Samsung. Like Samsung stuff lasts forever.
Yeah, so it's still like if I keep my door open, it's still like the fridge will like beep at you. It still beeps at you when you keep the door open, but it just won't get cold.
I wonder. Oh man, I don't know how expensive this would be. It sounds like you're probably going to have to either buy a new fridge or change out probably the coil thing on the
Like
back
the
of it.
compressor or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much that would be. I need to get someone in there to come look at it, but then the thing is, like, I don't want to pay someone to come look at it just to tell me it's shit.
Because
You know what I mean?
that's the problem, because it could end up being where you pay somebody to come look at it, they charge you whatever it is or whatever part you would
Yeah.
get, and then you look at like a new one, and then you have to weigh it out and just be like, fuck it, we bought
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So
But dude, listen, it's probably a great time for house things to be going bad for you. You got a significant life event coming. I'm happy to hear that things are just going well in your house
Yeah,
right now.
I got a baby room that's not even close to being done yet, being remodeled as we speak. Fridge going down. Baby only comes in like a month and a half.
Crazy.
So you know what I mean?
Crazy, dude. Yeah. Speaking of babies, I just met Melvin's associate or his buddy's child.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very, very cute kid.
Very cute kid.
Just kind of laid there, you know?
Yeah.
Cool guy.
Yeah, there you go.
He knows ball.
How was his friend's daughter with the kid?
Man, it's crazy to just like, and I can't even imagine being a parent. Just being like on the outside looking in. It's wild to see how much she's grown and how more like active she is and like is using like facial expressions that like it's insane.
Yeah, for sure.
She might know ball too, but I know he knows ball.
Yeah. So what's been going on? Anything new? Been a couple weeks. Haven't been here.
Honestly, man, I'm trying to think. No, nothing really. The one weekend I went down to the farm. 2 weekends ago, I went down to the farm, put in washer and dryer, just helped my dad and mom around there, and that was nice. And then last week I was actually at the WVU game, so
The BYU game, right? Okay.
Yeah, when we fucking smacked them
beat
in
the
the
hell out
face,
of 'em.
dude. Yeah, it was fun. I had a good weekend, but no, nothing too crazy. Got a TV mounted in the office. Got my
I saw
Xbox
that.
in
I
there
saw
now.
that, yeah.
So now I like I've been gaming more since I had the setup. I got the hard wire running, so it's
What
fun.
have you been playing? COD?
No, so me and Scuba Steve actually have been roaming the Great Sahara on Red Dead or whatever it is.
Okay.
Not Sahara,
Okay.
Montana,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it would be. And man, is that exhilarating.
Did you see what Rockstar tweeted today about
Exciting.
the trailer? It's supposed to be coming out next month, I think.
Yeah,
they said?
December,
Yeah.
which makes you wonder how far after the game will come out.
I feel like did I see 2025 recently? Maybe
Damn.
I'm wrong.
I hope
I
it's
don't know.
24.
I might be thinking of something.
You're probably
else.
right though. I hope it's 24.
Yeah,
though.
me too. Oh, good news though with appliances. We did get our new dryer hooked up though,
Fuck
so
yeah.
we'll get one positive thing.
Dude, at least you don't have to wear wet clothes anymore.
Exactly. We don't have to fucking run clothes, but we were doing it old school.
That's
at
fun.
one point.
That's fun though.
We were hanging clothes, hanging them.
Dude, I have a so okay, I had to hang my clothes to dry them when I
Yeah.
lived down at the beach. I actually think, like, when it comes to bigger men like us, if you have the area to do it, it's the best, because not only does it not shrink shirts, it kind of feels like it makes them like a tad bigger and fit perfectly.
Yeah.
So
they are kind of like wrinkly though.
Yeah.
I did notice that.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
but
you can't
I
have
also
it all,
don't
bro.
give a shit.
Do you want dry clothes or wrinkles,
I
bro?
do. I'll take the wrinkles. Like I said, I really don't care ever anymore what I look like. So, all right. Let's talk football.
Let's talk ball.
Let's talk ball. You were at the WVU game. You guys got just so lucky that Slovis didn't play.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Keep
just
talking
with you.
Keep talking real quick. I want to check this thing.
Okay. Okay. WVU, I'm not going to say they're proving me wrong. I'm not going to say that. Like I said to start the year, I did say they are going to be better than everyone thought. Did I think they would be 6-3 right now? Absolutely not. Did any WVU fan really think they'd be 6-3 right now?
I did. I said 8-4. I've
okay. I'll give you.
I've
credit.
I've rode with it since the beginning, and that's kind of why I'm getting excited now, because now we're starting to see the Neil Brown, like, you can't even say haters, because I get why people disliked him, but like the ones that were super against him and not wanting to give him another chance are now starting to come around. And I think you're starting to see the young players are playing more, which is his draft classes that he's brought in. So it's proven that he can bring in good athletes. I mean, dude, truthfully, I'm going into Saturday night's game. I really think we can win. Honestly, I mean, UCF took them to the wire in Norman. I know they're on a 2-game lose streak.
That's the only thing that scares me.
That scares me as well. Hand up, I can admit that. Their unis are going to be sick. They're wearing some cool gray unis. But I think if we can make it smash mouth football, and we can make it tough, and every play on both sides just beat up the dude in front of us, which is what we've been doing when we've been winning, I think fourth quarter we're in there. I do.
WVU, yeah, I agree. WVU's got to do what they have been doing. Like, you don't want to end up trying to be in a track meet with Oklahoma. Like, that's not going to work out for you. Like, if WVU can slow down the game, get some stops early, I mean, that'd be huge for them. The biggest thing with them in this game, I think, is going to be they're not going to want to get behind.
No.
They go down a couple scores, it's gonna be a little tougher for them. So hopefully they can slow it down. Like I said, they're just gonna have to get some stops and just play the brand of football they've been playing. So.
In Oklahoma's, I mean, all you gotta do is look at the stats. They've been a juggernaut for us in the Big 12. We got our first win against them last year in the Big 12, but we have had some
battles
home and away that have been close. And I truly believe. Yes, I'm sitting here thinking and saying that I know we can win. But I truly believe on Saturday when we go into the fourth quarter, probably right around 9:45, 10 p.m., that when people look at the score, I do believe we're in a one-score ball game.
I love the confidence.
So I think if we can play smash mouth football, if we can get the young running backs going early, and CJ and Jameer or Jaheim, I always get him confused. I know it's number 22, White. And just get the ball moving, get the ball to Gallagher. I think we got this. I do.
Yeah. So, all right, good for you that you're having a fun football season. Because me, it's not been so fun. I will touch on them just because I want to. Pitt's 2-7. Pitt's 2-7. The sad thing is, though, for me, I still go into every game so optimistic about I still think they can win every game I go into. It's a serious problem.
I love that, though. I do. I love that because I'm the same way.
Like, I talked myself into, and I'm not gonna they lost 24-7 to Florida State. They played very well. All right, so I'll give a little breakdown of the game. Their defense, our defense was absolutely grinded. It helped that Keon Coleman and I believe his name's Johnny Wilson, their top 2 receivers were out. That certainly helped a lot. Pitt's defense played really well. Early in the game, they caught a 70-yard bomb. Kanata Mumfield caught a 70-yard bomb. He got tackled at the 1, fumbled into the end zone, touchback.
Ooh, tough.
Touchback.
Tough. That's tough.
Florida State gets the ball. Pitt eventually does go up 7-0. They should have been up 14-0. Later on in the game, they're down 10-7. I believe it's the third quarter. We're on field goal range. Our tight end, Gavin Bartholomew, is on the sidelines. It's like a minute after the play. There's an injury on a Florida State player on Pitt sideline. The ref out of nowhere throws a flag like a minute after the play. No clue what it was on. They called an unsportsmanlike conduct on him. So I listened to this Pitt podcast. They were saying, so I guess the guy that was hurt, this would be like an unreal troll if this is really what happened. So I guess the dude from Florida State who got hurt, it was his birthday the day of the game.
Ooh, tough.
So there was rumors, or someone said they heard Gavin or someone on Pitt sideline tell him happy birthday.
Oh, man, they was just wishing him a happy birthday.
So I guess he was like kind of trolling him.
Dang.
And I don't know if that's what caused the penalty or what. But anyways, they punted out of field goal range. Florida State got all the momentum. They won 24-7. So it sucked. It was a good game, though. Every game I still get so fired up.
Hell yeah.
I love Pitt football. I don't know what it is. I love them. I was always more of an NFL guy. Anymore, I almost lean more college. And I don't know why, if it's because of that 2 years ago still or what. But I just know what happens with the Cowboys every year. That could also take into effect, which we'll get into. But, yeah, I don't know. It's been a tough year, 2-7. They play Syracuse at Yankee Stadium Saturday at 3:30, and I can't wait to watch.
Let's go, dude.
I can't wait to watch.
You might get one.
Yeah,
I
can't wait to watch.
I do want to talk about something real quick, though. I think it's absolutely insane that Washington is not in the top 4. I think their wins are way better wins than Ohio State. Trying to remember who 4 is.
Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan. Michigan hasn't beaten anyone.
Oh, and Florida State.
Yeah.
I feel like Washington has better wins than almost all of them.
So Florida State's only good one technically at this point would be LSU,
which is now 6-3, and they're trending downwards.
The other good one at the time was at Clemson, who is 5-4.
Yeah.
Outside of that, that's about it. Georgia, let's think. They beat
Missouri, which is a big win
this past week. And they stomped someone a couple weeks ago. I can't remember who it was that I think was a decent team too. But they've had their struggles as well. Same with Ohio State. They've had their struggles. But Ohio State has beaten Notre Dame, who's now
trending
also
downwards. But Penn State's a good win.
Yeah, Penn State's
a good win.
Yeah.
I don't know. I look at Washington, who beat Oregon, who is ranked 6th, and they're not 6th for no reason. And they walked in, they beat USC, which, you know, I know they're not playing great, but they still have Caleb Williams.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
And I think they beat somebody else big, maybe like Wazoo when they were ranked, or Oregon State, or possibly both of them. I'm just genuinely surprised, especially since, you know, that technically is like a Big Ten school now. I don't know. It's tough.
They have Utah this week, which will be another huge game. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Just outside looking in, and not picking on any of the one teams within the top 4. I just think from a perspective of ball.
I swear to God, every time
you're getting blown up. You're getting blown up right now. I get
blown up. Quick phone call. Hello. No, I texted you that earlier, didn't I?
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm going to eat my leftover buff wraps.
Yummy.
It's okay. All right, bye.
Thanks for calling in.
That's my wife. She wanted to get me dinner.
But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up.
No, I agree. They are so fun to watch. Washington is so fun to watch.
They're so good.
Yeah, they are really good. The thing that scares me with them is It might just be the whole Pac-12. Like, the defenses are terrible. Like, I don't know. That game, dude, the over-under was 76. I think it was at 70 at half.
Dude, so here's
on Saturday.
Yeah. Here's my thing. The defenses are terrible, but in all the landscapes, I don't think they're any worse than Ohio State's defense. I don't think they're any worse than Florida State's defense. Georgia and Michigan might have better defenses. But like I think obviously they're not worse than Oregon's because they were able to somehow beat them. I'm just surprised, honestly.
This is what's running through my head right now, to where I wouldn't say they're the best team in the country. I'd say probably the second best team. Ohio State's offense is so shaky.
Yeah,
it doesn't look good at all. I understand Washington's defense doesn't look great either. Ohio State's defense is really good. Washington did have a stinker a couple weeks ago. Who was that against? Arizona or someone, where they only scored like 10 points or something?
Who Arizona now is ranked in the top 25.
Yeah. So I feel the same about them in Michigan. Right now, I would say they are better than Michigan and Ohio State. The only team I will not say is Georgia.
Yeah.
I still think Georgia's probably the best team in the country.
And I think they're honestly definitely going to three-peat, if I'm just keeping it a buck. I really do, man. I mean, I know they're shaky right now, but like
Bowers will be back.
Everybody knows they just turn it on in the college football playoff. It was fascinating watching them come back against Ohio State last year.
There's two other teams outside the top four right now that I'm keeping my eye on. Oregon's a really good football team.
Oregon's very good.
If Oregon beats Washington in the Pac-12 championship, they're going to jump them and have a good chance of getting in the playoff.
I would agree with that.
If this could also happen, which would, dude, Bama's playing good football right now too.
The only problem that Bama might run into, which will be very interesting because they're playing incredible right now. Their one problem that they may run into is if, obviously, they would have to win out, which means they would beat Georgia in the SEC championship game. But if Texas also wins out and wins the Big 12 championship game, Alabama would have the stronger resume, but Texas has the head-to-head.
Yeah. No, I agree with you 100%.
So that's where it just gets super interesting. I don't even lean one way or the other.
I feel like they're SEC biased, though, to where 100%. They're going to make them jump. What's Texas, 7th right now?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where it's like they're SEC bias, and that's what, if Bama wins out and beats Georgia in the SEC championship, there's a great chance where Bama and Georgia's both going to get in.
100%.
So I don't know. Like, this is why I really wish the 12-team playoff was this year, because there is so many good teams. I think
there's so many good teams, and I'm excited for the 12-team playoff because if it's like I remember reading, it'll also be very interesting too, because I'm pretty sure the conference championship games are clinches to get in.
Yes, I believe you're right.
So, like, it'll be, we'll just obviously bias using it as an example. Like, next year, like a 9-3 WVU gets in the Big 12 championship and beats, I don't know, somebody.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, well, they'll be
in the SEC.
Somebody that has one loss.
Yeah,
let's say like
yeah,
Utah.
Yeah,
Utah, something like that. It'd be sick to see like how those games actually mean something versus them just being like either a token of why, like, championship games are weird because you can use them for a team and then you can use them against a team if they lose.
Yeah.
Which is very strange, which I think that the 12 will eliminate that. So I'm excited about that.
Right now, I think any team in the top 8 could win the national championship.
I agree.
I really do.
I agree.
So I don't know. I was down at my dad's, and we had, those two quarterbacks I watched probably more, I don't know, back and forth between LSU and Bama and USC and Washington. Dude, Daniels and Milroe were both running the ball up and down the field.
Really?
I think Milroe, they both had to have easily over 100 yards rushing. Like,
Dang.
They couldn't stop each other running the ball.
Dang,
yeah,
that's surprising.
Yeah, it was. Milroe's not a great passer. Daniels isn't bad, but it was fun to watch. They were both really good games to watch. So I don't know. I'm excited to see how it all plays out. Like I said, I really do kind of wish it was 12 teams this year, or even 8. I know it goes to 12 next year, but I wish they'd just come out this year and be like, all right, we're taking 8 teams. Like,
Be
fuck
sick.
It. Yeah.
Be sick.
So, all right, we ready to hop into it?
Let's dance.
Let me give the records.
Let's dance, big dog. Let's dance, dude.
Brady was so quick getting his picks back to me today. It was actually quite impressive.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's very sad he couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he picked up a habit that old Melvin did, and we had to send him to rehab for a week. He'll be back.
All right. 5-5 standings. Brady is in last, 50-55. Jake, you are 52-50-3, and I am 57-44-4.
Dude, 2/3 of the pods over 50%.
Yeah.
Going into week 11. That's huge.
Yeah, and my percentage is still very good. I have finally updated it today. I am hitting at 57.98%.
Dude, sign this man. Some gambling company sign this man.
If
What are you
only
waiting
I remembered to give my picks out every Saturday.
Same, dude. And honestly, like, part of me makes me laugh because I love how we just all have this mentality. It's like, you want the fucking picks, you fucking listen to the episode,
exactly.
dude. You sons of bitches.
I've been quite slacking on that this year, but whatever, dude. Sometimes I just forget. I'm busy on Saturday
We have
mornings.
lives, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So, all right, let's hop into the games. All right, first game, 4 ranked games this week. Number 3, Michigan at number 10, Penn State. Michigan's -4.5. Over under is 45.5. Do you want me to just start, or do you want to go?
I just wrote my pick down. We can bounce back and forth.
that's fine.
So for this one's kind of tough. I know Michigan has a really good defense, but I also know they have an incredible offense as well.
Take into effect they haven't played anyone. That's all
very
I'm gonna
true.
say.
Very true. I don't know if they'll have the signs for this week either. I think that's a massive.
I would say probably not.
Yeah.
They're a little hot right now.
So I don't know, man. I know Penn State can score, so I'm going to take the over 45.5 here. I think each team could put up at least 24. And that would do it for me.
Yeah, that would do it.
So that's it, my man.
What is it?
45.5, yeah.
That feels good writing down these picks again.
Oh, dude, feels good to have you back,
It's
fearless leader.
great. It's really nice to be back.
Good. I'm happy.
But I'm not like Melvin where I'm gonna listen and be like, I know they ripped me on the episode.
Oh, I have life. Fuck you.
Well, I'm gonna be going against your very first pick.
It's fine, dude.
These are 2 great defenses. Ohio State also has a great defense. I know Michigan's been putting up points. They have not played anyone. Penn State, the one game where they actually played someone was against Ohio State, who has a great defense. Their quarterback looked absolutely terrible.
Well, they played against 2 good teams.
Decent. I'll give you decent.
Okay.
I'll give you decent. So, yeah, I'm going to ride with the under 45.5. So, I'm very excited for that game. It might be a sleeper, or it might be very boring to watch, but
dude,
we shall see.
If we beat Oklahoma, that looks so good for Penn State, actually. The more that I keep thinking about this.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dang.
No doubt.
Should be a good game this weekend between them, though.
Brady is taking Penn State +4.5.
His thought process. You already know the thought process. WVU.
All right. Second game. Number 18, Utah. At number 5, Washington. Washington's -9.5. Over under is 52.5.
Honestly, this game is very hard.
Yeah, I mean,
it really is.
Yeah, I agree.
Because thought process is, okay, Washington's at home, 10 points, doable. Utah's defense is incredible. Is Cam Rising playing yet, or is it still the Pig Farmer?
I don't think he's going to play this year.
Pig Farmer hasn't been playing bad. Over and under 52.5. Oh. Honestly, I think I'm going to take the under 52.5, even though I just don't like it at all. But I don't know what else to do here. So that's my pick.
I promise I'm not doing this on purpose.
Sorry, man.
I'm going with the over 52.5. Washington's offense is just, they're just absolutely electric. It's hard to think they're not going to put up points. I know Utah always has a great defense. I know they're at home. I think they might actually kick the shit out of Utah as well. I do think there's going to be points. I will take the over 52.5. And Brady will be taking Utah plus 9.5.
I don't hate that either, dude. That's the thing. But I'm gonna ride. I get all angles here. This game's hard.
Yeah, it is a tough one. All right. Number 13, Tennessee at number 14, Missouri. Tennessee is minus 1.5. The over-under is 58.5.
See, this is probably the easiest one that came to mind right here. I'm going to take Missouri and the points at home. They're playing great ball. I know Tennessee's playing pretty good, but I believe like somehow, some way, I think Mizzou's only loss is to Georgia. And I remember reading something that they kind of carved their own destiny, I think.
They might have one more loss.
Do they have two?
I think they have two now. Yeah, I think so.
I'm still going to ride with the Tigers here. Drew Lock.
I also like Missouri plus 1.5. I will agree with you here. Tennessee's really good at home. I don't know about them on the road particularly. I know Missouri's coming off a tough game against Georgia, but I like them bouncing back at home, getting the 1.5. And Brady will be riding with us with Mizzou plus 1.5.
Ice game.
So you know what we're gonna do? It's gonna be a big hit up pick.
At it. Dude, technically me and Brady's big
I know.
hit.
I listened to it. WVU money line and
GG.
Jesus God. Garrett Green to score a touchdown. It did hit.
It technically, I mean, I know it's only two, but it technically hit.
It should count.
Counts. It counts.
You guys hit a big hitter. We're finally on the board on a big hitter.
Let's go. Brady's gonna be pumped to hear that.
Yeah, that counts. That 100% counts.
Let's go.
All right, next game. We got Ole Miss at Georgia. Number 9, Ole Miss at number 2, Georgia. Georgia's minus 10.5. Over under is 58.5.
I mean, I see this, and there's a real possibility Georgia just kicks the shit out of Ole Miss, but I'm taking Ole Miss plus 10.5.
Ole Miss plus 10.5.
Lane, I'm going to take old Lane and the boys. Shout out to Ohio. We got the recreation here. Smoke weed, talk shit like I'm Lane Kiffin, dog.
I have no faith in Lane Kiffin to win a big game. None whatsoever.
I don't blame you. He has that track
just
record.
play this? Was it this past week where they barely escaped? They had a big win, or they didn't barely escape, but I think they played someone pretty good.
Tennessee, was it?
No, it wasn't.
I honestly can't remember. I think it was Tennessee.
I think it was this past week because I'm pretty sure I bet the game and did not cover. It was A&M. It was A&M.
God damn it, Jimbo.
Yeah, because I had Ole Miss, they pushed. Ole Miss pushed. I'm gonna be on the other side again here. I just don't have any faith in the Lane train. I love the Lane train. He talks shit.
Facts.
But I'm gonna take Georgia laying the 10.5. And Brady is also on Ole Miss plus 10.5.
Cool.
So there you go. 2 against 1.
Oh man.
All right. Next game. Well, the last game. What I've been doing lately is for these last unranked games, I just take a ranked team going on the road against a decent football team.
Love it.
I like the strategy doing that. So we got number 8 Alabama at Kentucky. Bama's minus 10.5. Over under is 47.5.
Bama minus 10.5.
Bama minus 10.5.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I'm really liking them right now. I'm very high on Bama.
They're rolling.
They are rolling right now. I'm going to take the over 47.5. They've been putting up points. I just like the over here. I feel like the total is too low. Brady is also on Bama minus 10.5. So there we go.
There we go. There we go.
All right. That's all our college picks. I do not have any ads. I did not look. So we are just going to move on.
Oh, man, yeah. I didn't look either. But the hitter.
That's a fact.
We got Mizzou.
You know what we're gonna do?
What we gonna do?
You know what we're gonna do?
We gonna do it? Oh shit, dude.
I'm gonna call someone.
Oh shit, dude.
I'm gonna call someone.
Tell him we need a pick.
Should I call him?
Call him. See what he's up to.
Hopefully he's not at like practice or something.
Nah, dude.
And he definitely thinks we're gonna hang up.
Yeah, he does.
There we go.
Here we go. The moment of truth.
I'll get a text here in a minute. Like, I'm trying to put my friend's baby to sleep.
I'm trying to change a diaper. I just got tar shit all over me, dog.
Did he FU me or did it ring?
No, that rang
Okay.
That rang a decent amount.
We will we'll wait. We'll wait.
We'll
see if
circle
he
back
calls
to
back.
this. We'll circle back to
back.
this.
We are circling back.
We are circling.
All right, NFL. Do you want to Well, Broncos had a bye
week,
right?
yeah. I mean, the only thing that I'll say, kind of to reiterate from last week, I think it's a massive sign that they didn't trade anyone away, which
they're believing.
Makes me, that's it. They believe after beating the Chiefs again, even though Patrick Mahomes, I heard, was the sickest person to ever play sport.
Heard you say that.
He was the sickest person to ever play sport in his life. Happy to hear he's healthy again. I know that had to be hard for him. But we'll see this week, man. Monday Night Football, we roll into Buffalo.
That's a big game.
It's a massive game.
Where are they sitting at now?
We're 3-5. Really, if you look at it, we're only technically, I guess it would kind of be 4 games, but just a 2-game swing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of 5 and 3s that are sitting there, in those last couple playoff spots, and a few that are out, and 500s right there as well. So, I mean, we're in there. A lot's got to happen, obviously, but we're in there.
Yep.
I have hope.
I'm not discouraged after Sunday.
You shouldn't be at all.
With the Cowboys. They lost to the Eagles. It was a tough loss. They proved they can hang in there with the Eagles. Like, they really did. They went on the road. They played well.
The Eagles tried to give you guys that game.
They did. Dak played good as shit. Straight up. Dak balled. People they can't blame him like they usually try to during these big games. He played unbelievable. The Eagles just played a little better. That gave me all the faith that we can hang with the Eagles. I know the Niners still kick the shit out of us. They don't look great right now, though. I think they'll be okay. I'm high on the Cowboys right now. That game really made me feel pretty decent about them. And they just signed Martavis Bryant, so.
Dude, when I saw that and I was like, damn. I mean, imagine if he's anywhere like he used to be. That's a big pickup.
Dallas really hasn't had like a reliable number 2. Like Brandon Cooks has been okay, Gallup's whatever as well.
I mean, CeeDee Lamb is just so good.
CeeDee Lamb's an absolute fucking dog.
He's so good. He represents the 88 like it's supposed to be represented.
No doubt. He played in the XFL this past year. Martavis Bryant did.
Okay.
I don't know how he did, and to be honest, I don't even remember why he was suspended or whatever from the NFL. I
think it was weed. It was either weed or gambling, I believe.
I can't remember, but it's been years since he's played. So I don't know. I know he just got reinstated, so obviously Dallas sees something in him to where they think he's going to contribute. So I'm really curious to see how that plays out. I hope he does well. Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, I saw rumors about it. I didn't know if it was true or not, and then it happened yesterday. I was like, hell yeah, let's see how he does.
Yeah,
so.
And I kind of wish Brady was here just so I could also just rub in his face about the 49ers and the Bengals and me just trying to tell him that the Bengals were back.
Oh, they're all the way back.
Yeah. They're in peak form.
Yeah, they are. They're peaking when they need to peak.
Yep.
So I agreed with you 100% when I listened to the episode.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. All right, let's hop into the NFL games. First game, we got the Texans at the Bengals. Bengals are -7. Over/under is 48.
This game has potential to be a banger.
Dude, CJ Stroud's really good.
He's a baller.
Yeah, he's really good.
CJ Stroud is incredibly good at football.
Yeah, he is very good. Do you want to start again? Go ahead. I don't know where to go here. I really don't.
I see this game. I see points. I'm hitting the over 48.
I don't hate that pick. I think I might ride with you there. 7's a lot of points, and I know the Texans are still like, they're not bad, but they're not good. They're frisky. They're a frisky football team. I think they'll be able to score some, and obviously Joe Burrow, the Bengals are all the way back. I'm going to also ride the over 48.
And the Texans are right there, dude. They're like 4-4. They're right there in that
they're in the thick
playoff
of
hunt. I mean, like
no
they're right there. And their head coach, D'Amico Ryans.
I love him, dude.
He's
a great
awesome.
Coach.
I was sad when he didn't take the Denver job, but obviously I'm happy that we got Sean Payton.
Mm-hmm.
But initially, I didn't think there was a shot Sean Payton was coming out of retirement, and that's really who I wanted to be our coach.
Yeah.
So I like him.
All right, Brady is taking the Bengals -7, so he's
Oh.
probably thinking, "Oh shit, I learned my lesson."
Oh shit!
Back. So, and I hate to say it, that division,
The best division in football,
no doubt. Right now, it's not arguable. I mean, the Bengals are what now? I think they're 5-3.
Steelers are 5-3. Browns are 5-3. Bengals are 5-3, and the Ravens are like
7-2.
7-2.
Yeah.
Division
I
is
think the Bengals
unreal.
are still in last place in that division, which is absolutely crazy. I'm pretty sure
because I know the Browns beat them, and actually don't know if the Steelers and the Bengals played yet.
They haven't played yet, but the Steelers have a better divisional record, I think, right now. Because the Steelers beat Cleveland and they beat Baltimore, so
great division.
Yep, very good division. All right, next game: the Saints at the Vikings. Saints are -2.5. Over under is 41.
When are people gonna stop sleeping on Josh Dobbs?
Dude, he's that. For him to come in and do what he did Sunday after like being there 4 or 5 days maybe
With that
is incredible.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Quit sleeping on Josh Dobbs. I'm taking the Vikings at home +2.5. I don't know. I think the Vikings have a great head coach. I really like their head coach. And honestly, after this season, I've become a massive fan of Josh Dobbs. And truthfully, I remember kind of rooting and watching for him when he played at Tennessee as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, happy to see him finally get a chance here, man. And I actually think he could do something special if he keeps it up.
The Vikings, it's crazy. Their season, they're like right in the thick of things again now too.
Yep.
Like they really are. So
Skull.
Yeah. Skull. Shout out Dust.
Skull.
I'm gonna go with the under here. The Saints, their offense is disgusting to watch. Minnesota, I know they're on a little bit of a roll right now. 2.5-point dogs at home. I don't hate your pick at all, but I'm gonna ride with the under. And Brady is also on the under 41. So, all right. 49ers at the Jags. Niners are -3.5. Over under is 46.
I put a future in on the Jags.
Did you?
Yeah. I put a future in on the Jags, the Bengals. I didn't pick an NFC team yet, and of course the Broncos did. but yeah, so I'm riding hot the Jags. I know 49ers have lost, I believe, 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I think Debo might be back.
Debo's back.
They just got Chase Young.
Yep, they did.
So defense has got better. But honestly, dude, I think Trevor Lawrence is an incredible quarterback. And I'm gonna take the points at home. So I'll take the Jags +3.
I'm riding with you. I love the home dog here. It's the only thing that scares me is it's going to hit a point where the Niners do get it back on track. Could easily be this week getting Debo back and obviously getting Chase Young and all that. I don't know though. I don't know. So I like the home dog here. I'll take the Jags +3. And Brady is on the Niners -3. So. All right, next game we got the Browns at the Ravens. Ravens are -6. Over under is 38. I'll do my pick here. I'm taking the Ravens -6. They are a fucking wagon right now, dude.
I'm also taking the Ravens -6, and I believe these two teams played already, and the Ravens rolled them.
Yeah, they did.
They
did.
Dude, honestly, I do feel bad for Browns fans in a sense where like they're not wrong when they say they probably do have the at least top 3 defense in the league.
No doubt.
For some reason, the whole Deshaun Watson thing hasn't worked out, and PJ Walker does find way to win games, but I'm just with you, dude. I think the Ravens,
they're a contender right now, dude. They are very, very good.
Here's what I'll say. I'll be fair with this. Ravens and Dolphins, incredible regular season teams. Yet to see anything produce in the postseason.
How good are the Dolphins, though? They haven't beat a team over 500 yet.
I'm going to be honest with you, dude. And it's tough for me to say because they put 70 up on me. I don't know if the Dolphins are who we all thought the Dolphins were going to be.
They're flashy. They're a flashy football team.
Their head coach is cool.
Yeah, I do love their head coach, Mike McDaniel.
But then again, it is tough, man. I mean, they did hold the Chiefs to no points in the second half.
They did.
In Germany. They were able to throw up 14. But again, it's just being fair. You know, we always talk about teams, like, for example, you probably get it as well. Like, regular season, the Cowboys are good. And then, so, like, we have to be fair and call it how it is. The Ravens are that team normally, but then again, I do think they're a wagon. So
yeah, right now they're an absolute wagon. All right, we're both on the Ravens -6. Brady is on the over 38. That's you better hope Baltimore scores about 30 of them because I don't know about Cleveland's offense. So, all right, last game, we got the Lions at the Chargers. Lions are -3. Over under is 48.5.
So this one, dude, I mean, it's no secret if you've listened to this show the past 3 years, I don't think Justin Herbert is as good as everybody says he is. Yes, they beat the Jets. Again, I know the Jets beat the Broncos. I'm just being just calling it even here. I don't know if the Jets are playing well. I don't know if that Chargers win's impressive. I don't know. I love the Lions, and I lied when I said I didn't have an NFC future because I did put one on the Lions.
You got all sorts of futures going.
Yeah.
Are they Super Bowl or to make the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Okay. To win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's smaller, decent bets, to win a nice little chunk sum.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I take that back. I did. I have the Lions in the NFC, and then I have the Jags, Bengals, and Broncos in the AFC. I love Dan Campbell. I love
Dan Campbell.
Jared Goff. I love the color of the Lions uniforms, and I love the Lions this week -3. Boom. Suck on that.
I'm also a big Lions supporter. I hope they do well. Love Dan Campbell. Loved Jared Goff. I think I won't say they'd love to have him back with the Rams because Stafford did win them a Super Bowl. But I think the Chargers are starting to turn it around a little bit. I know their games are really never home games because football games in LA absolutely suck.
They do. I feel bad for LA teams.
But I feel like there's not going to be a shit ton of Lions fans in LA to where it's going to be like a home game for the Lions. I'm going to take the Chargers +3.
Do you think we all have a special spot in our heart for the Lions because growing up they were just abysmal?
It could be, but yeah, it easily could be, but I love Dan Campbell, dude.
Same.
I've never seen anyone love football the way he cries.
It's awesome.
You get to talking about football, he'll start crying.
Fucking awesome.
It is, dude. So I love him. I've always loved Jared Goff. He's a big guy on the pardon my take guys love him. That might be in effect why I love him so much. I don't know. I like everything about them, so it's a tough pick for me, but I do think the Chargers are starting to turn it around a little bit, so I'm going to take the Chargers +3.
Boo.
I do like Brady's pick as well. I almost made that my pick. He took the over 48.5.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I could see this game being a shootout easily.
Me too. So, all right, that's all the NFL games. We do have other sports to talk about. We are at that time of the year to where college hoops officially started.
That's right.
There's some fighting news that came out either today or yesterday. with our boy. He got an opponent.
He's actually fighting a boxer.
He is
10-1.
I haven't been here. I don't know if I've been here since the NBA started. So
You have
I
not.
will do my usual Lakers segment.
And go.
Should I do it now?
Fuck yeah.
3-4 so far. Lakers, we'll start there because this will be the shortest one of them. Lakers are 3-4. I don't know what to think so far. They're a bunch of their guys are hurt right now. Like their whole bench is pretty much hurt. I will say one thing. I'm fucking done with people hating on LeBron.
Uh-oh. You listening, JT?
I'm done. I understand if you don't like him as a guy. Off the basketball court, I'm not that big of a fan of him either.
Okay.
But when he is on the basketball court, the shit he is doing still. I watched the game the other night. They got beat in Miami. Anthony Davis got hurt.
Shocker.
They lost by, shocker. He's supposed to play tonight, so we'll see. He is still an absolute fucking freak. He is 38 years old, still playing like he's 25 years old. He is still putting up ridiculous numbers. They had a game last week against the Clippers where he absolutely took over the fourth quarter. He had like 35, like 12 and 9 or something. It's just insane to see what this dude is still doing at his age. People can say what they want. They can say Michael Jordan is their GOAT. That's fine with me. Open your eyes a little bit, though, because we've never seen what this dude is doing ever at this age. Ever. You can say what you want. Michael Jordan's the GOAT, whatever. But we've never seen a 38-year-old dominate the NBA still. He's been doing it for 21 years now. It is absolutely incredible. Lakers are 3-4. I still have faith in them. They're off to a better start than last year. Last year, they started 2-10. Abysmal.
Tough.
It was very tough. So I'm still high on them. They got to get healthy. They have to get dudes healthy. They play the Rockets tonight. By the time this comes out, the game will be over. Dylan Brooks is still trying to poke the bear at LeBron. Dylan Brooks, I hope LeBron shits on your fucking head tonight.
Ooh.
And that's my Lakers segment. It's early in the year. I got faith.
I actually really agree with your LeBron take.
Yeah, you don't have to like him as a person, but respect what he does.
I agree with that.
Yes.
I agree.
It's insane. So there's my Lakers segment. We're moving on.
Onward.
Let's go. Let's save college basketball for last.
Okay.
We'll go to fighting. Jake Paul's fighting a boxer.
Yes.
I forget the guy's name already. August something.
Yeah. I know. I just know the fight is December 15th.
It is December 15th.
But I do forget the old gentleman's name.
Me too.
Oh, there it was.
Literally just popped up and now it's gone.
The old lad's name. It's probably something sick.
Andre August.
All right.
Okay. He's a 10-1 fighter. He is a boxer. He has more knockouts than Jake Paul. Jake Paul's been talking about this already. He has more knockouts. You guys, everyone who hates on him has been seeing him want to fight a boxer, even though he got beat by Tommy Fury. It happens. I'm more curious to see. This is his first fight to where it's not like a UFC legend or a guy he's had beef with.
Correct.
So I'm very curious to see, first of all, well, pretty much all of it is how this fight sells.
Okay.
I'm very excited to see him actually fight a boxer, get another shot to knock out a boxer, but I don't know. What are you thinking?
Honestly, dude, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I think Jake Paul fights are the hottest fighting pay-per-view that are out right now.
Yes.
The Tyson Fury and Ngannou numbers were abysmal.
Which Francis beat him.
Francis definitely beat him. The numbers were abysmal. Yeah, there are a lot of factors. 2 p.m. on a college slate. Get it. Don't have the fight in Saudi Arabia, then have it in Vegas or London, wherever you want to have it. Honestly, dude, I think more people will buy this fight definitely than the Tyson and Ngannou fight.
Mm-hmm.
And to be so honest, I would not be surprised if the numbers don't really dip at all, because I think after the Tommy Fury fight, he gained respect from the boxing community somewhat, and I don't know, dude. I think he'll now. I'm not good at pinpointing like what it will be, but I definitely think it's going to be more than Tyson Fury and Ngannou. And if that's the case, that's just simply insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be different to see him fighting a guy that isn't a big name. Like, I understand where he is now. People want to see this, so people are getting what they want to see. The guy's 10-1, so if he beats him, you really can't have an excuse anymore. Like I said, I understand where Jake's coming from. He is sticking to he wants to be a world champion boxer.
Which I love it, dude.
Me too. And in order to do that, you're going to have to beat boxers. So you have to start somewhere. If you don't like who he's fighting, most of you people are the ones who wanted this. So Here you go. You're going to get what you want to see. I will still be tuned in. I will watch every one of his fights. He's entertaining as fuck no matter what. Love him or hate him, he is entertaining. So
I never thought I'd live in a day either where I like Jake Paul more than Logan Paul.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And it's actually shifted drastically, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, man, I could not agree with you more. This is what everybody was asking for. You want to see him fight a boxer. Here it is, dude. And I actually think more people, that's why I think it'll still do numbies, because people tune in just to try to see him lose.
Yeah.
But as the mayor Zavolta will say, see Jake Paul, bet Jake Paul.
100%. So I'm excited for that. Francis beat Tyson Fury. Did you watch that fight?
I didn't get to watch it. I saw clips of it.
I watched the fight.
I saw Tyson Fury's face, and it told me all I needed to see.
He knocked him down. I literally knew that if that fight was going to a decision, they were going to give it to Tyson Fury. I don't know if Tyson Fury wasn't taking it serious or not, but I thought Francis won that fight.
There was no way big boxing was going to let Francis win, knowing that they have a Usyk Fury heavyweight fight in December.
Yeah,
the only way he could have won is by knocking Tyson out.
Yeah.
And again, like, I think the fact that it's even a split decision tells you that Francis won.
Dude, Francis looked good, man. He really did. To go in there in your first fight and fight the best, arguably the best boxer pound for pound in the whole world. I mean, it was so impressive. I think Tyson felt Francis's power, and I don't know. It was entertaining. I watched the whole thing.
I thought the coolest clip I saw is that Tyson tried to sneak a bow.
He did. He bowed him.
And Francis ate that. He literally ate it, dude.
Yeah, he did.
And you could tell that, like, Tyson really put his oomph into it, and it just hit Francis in the face, and he just, like, looked at him. And you know right then he was like, fuck, dude, this dude's tough.
Yeah, no doubt. So, what else is going on in the fight world? Sugar Sean, Cheeto?
I'm very excited for that. Very excited that they lined it up with March, and normally it lines up with a great March Madness weekend. So I cannot wait. Truthfully, man, UFC, it's kind of died off in my world of, like, paying attention. Like, I know what's going on, but I'm not watching as many fights as I used to. I think really for me now, all my sole focus is on Sugar, and I'm just putting all my energy behind his train.
Did you happen to watch Derek Lewis Saturday by chance?
I did not.
Okay. That
sweaty nuts.
It was fucking the most boring fight of all time. The dude just took him down for 5 straight rounds and pretty much just laid on him.
Derek Lewis fights are tough because if he doesn't knock him out in the second round or after the first round, he's losing.
Yeah.
Because he just gasses.
Yeah. So he was pretty much on his back the whole time, but the dude, the ref sat there and yelled at him the whole time, like, do something, dude. The guy, I swear to God, he just, like, laid on top of him the whole time. It was a really boring fight.
His balls was sweaty.
Yeah. I was kind of pissed at myself, though. I did bet Derek Lewis by TKO, KO, DQ.
Smart bet, though. It's a smart bet.
But look who's calling me.
Oh shit, dude.
Pause my thought. Melvin,
What?
you're live on the pod.
Oh,
How are you?
you had me worried.
No, everything's good. We just wanted something from you.
What do you want?
We want a big hitter pick.
I don't have.
Get one.
We need one.
5 minutes. Text Ty back.
Yeah, we'll give you time. We're sitting here talking your favorite thing, which is fighting. So we'll give you 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Does it have to be football?
Yeah, it has to be. What do you want?
Oops. Hoop season.
Yeah, it is hoop season. I agree, but yeah, it has to be football.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
But
Nice.
yeah, I felt bad for Derek Lewis. Like I said, I bet him. I was this close. I'm not just saying it because it happened. The fight to go the distance was plus 2,000.
Oh, wow.
I was this close to just betting it for shits and giggles because it was plus 2,000. And I didn't because it's like, when has one of his fights ever gone the distance?
Rarely. Literally rarely. The only one that I can think of was Gone, when Gone basically did the exact same thing that you're describing. That's actually the only one that I can think of.
So I was pretty mad at myself for that. I should have just thrown $10 on it, and I could have won 200 off that. And I was just,
you should have just threw $1,000 on it.
yeah, or just I
Make it rain.
I knew the dude he was fighting. I forget his name. He was a grappler. He was gonna wrestle him, take him down, blah blah blah. So I should have just did it, but
It's all right, man. Don't beat
yeah,
yourself up.
I'm not gonna beat myself up. I was kind of upset. It was literally probably the most boring UFC fight I ever watched. Like as boring as the one where Usman just sat there and who was it? I forget. He just foot stomped him the whole time.
Oh yeah. Was that Masvidal? The second time or the first time?
Did
I
they
don't
fight
know.
Twice?
I don't know. I could be wrong. I know exactly what fight you're talking about, though. That fight stunk.
Yeah, I forget who it
He
was.
literally just kept holding him up and just stepping on his feet.
Yeah. Okay, I want to bring this up too, then we'll move on to college basketball. I saw a reel today. Shout out reels. I'm fully addicted. Can't quit watching them.
Sponsor us.
Yeah. Who was it? It was Masvidal. I think he was. Where was he? What was the fight a couple weeks ago? Where were they when Usman stepped in and fought Chimaev? They were
Was that the Abu
overseas for
Dhabi?
that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the Abu Dhabi card.
So I guess he said I saw a reel on it where he saw him out at like 4 a.m. like the night before the fight.
Oh,
Just
wow.
like Usman out the night before the fight.
Usman, baby.
So I thought that was hilarious. He said, I think if Usman had a full camp, he could beat him. Who knows? We'll never see that.
No. Wonder what White Claw Gabe's up to these days.
He rebranded.
Did he?
He did rebrand.
Dang.
I looked the other day. He's
What?
not White Claw Game on TikTok.
What is he,
anymore.
High Noon Larry now?
I honestly completely forget what he is.
Oh, dude, I'm actually really excited to see.
You know what Picky said?
What?
Mizzou plus 1.5.
That's fine. Wait, that's the one we all
Yeah.
decided on. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he rebranded himself. Hold on, let me look. Then we'll move on.
Usman. Fuck, baby, fuck.
Uncle Gabe. He is now
Uncle
Gabe.
Gabe.
Yeah.
Dang. Oh, man. He's still boozing, though. I see a Tito's bottle right there.
Yeah.
Shout out Uncle
He's
Gabe.
Uncle Gabe now. So, all right. Last thing before we get off here. College basketball's back officially. Makes me so happy. Love college basketball. We already had an upset. Michigan State got beat by James Madison.
James Madison's having a hell of a sports year.
Dude, they're
so
just
far.
coming up in everything.
I mean, it's quite impressive.
Yeah, they're just coming up in everything.
quite
It's-
impressive, dude.
They might be the next, like, who's someone that's good as shit at basketball and football? Like,
Yeah, I'm trying to
Bama
think.
or
Yeah,
someone,
dude.
like,
Or like WVU.
yeah, or something like that. Like, they're just good
Something
at fucking
sick.
everything, apparently.
Duke.
We talked a little bit before the pod about it, so we won't drag it on too long. WVU very shorthanded right now. They got first win.
Yeah, I think that's really all it boils down to. I don't think right now, other than Jesse Edwards and Quinn, like as weird as it sounds, like I think once Kerr comes back and we have like the true point guard to kind of plug it in, I don't know. I don't think we have the depth right now to go the distance with a very good blue blood school.
Mhm.
And all I told Brady was like, I guess like record aside, I am just praying that somehow Battles waiver gets approved and then Kerr is back by Big 12 play. If that can happen, I'll be impressed. But I'm never going to be hard on these guys. I'll give them a pass this year. Anybody that stayed and is loyal, you're always going to have my loyalty. So good to see the man Seth Wilson out there doing his thing. Love Seth. I've always been a big fan of Seth. And Jesse Edwards is very good.
He's a good player.
Quinn Slavitsky, though, is like my guy. He's definitely my favorite out of all the transfers. He's edgy.
Where'd he come from?
Iona and Louisville.
Okay.
Yeah, he's I love him as of right now. Jesse Edwards is a great player. Like talent-wise, he's incredible. I like him, but I just like Quinn overall. So happy that the Mounties are back. Happy for Coach E that he got his first win and hopefully looking for many more. So I am all in on the Mounties, good or bad this year. I'm here fighting with you boys.
All right, I got his other pick before I talk about Pitt. I'm going to flip so we can make this our second one.
Okay.
He likes Ole Miss plus 10.5.
Woo!
The Lane Train.
Talk shit.
So the big hit, it will be another two-teamer. Mizzou plus 1.5 and Ole Miss plus 10.5. So there you go.
We hitting.
All right, Pitt basketball.
Dude, I kind of like this. Yeah, big hitting now. We should always start with 2. And then when we hit, if we hit this week, the next week it goes to 3. And then every time I lose, it just resets back to 2. And then we can see how many parlay legs we can get.
Yeah, we'll probably never get past like 3.
Hey, dude. Worth a try, dude.
Bub Carrington, true freshman for Pitt. They played North Carolina A&T. They didn't play anyone. They won by like 48. Yeah, I'm bragging a little bit. They look good as shit. I don't care who they played. Bub Carrington, true freshman, had a triple-double for Pitt. I read a lot of stuff about him in the offseason. They said he has potential to be a one-and-done for Pitt. He is very good. I was very excited about that. My boy Blake Hinson came out, first play of the game, does what he does. Hit like a third. He was like 4 feet behind the three-point line, just pulled it, just nailed it. I was like, yes, Blake's all the way back. He's the man. Don't know much. They didn't really play anyone, like I said. They took care of business like they should. They got young guards. That's the only thing that scares me. They got the Spanish Twin Towers back. Big Fetty's back.
Fetty.
Yeah, Fetty's back. I think it's just going to come down to the guard play for him. I have a lot of faith in Bub Carrington. I think he's going to be really good. I don't know. Like I said, it's one game in. I'm just excited. College basketball's back. They really don't have a tough game. I was just looking at WVU, like when their first like actual test might be. Well, I don't know. So they got WVU as Monmouth and Jacksonville State, then SMU on the road. That's
a tip off.
Okay,
so yeah, SMU, and then we play
Bellarmine.
Yeah, but in that tip off, I know it's like one of those tourneys. So it's like Virginia's in it and Wisconsin. So it's WVU, SMU, Virginia, and Wisconsin.
Okay. So that will be a test for them. Then
Tough.
WVU has St. John's on the first.
That's going to be fucking tough. That's Patino coming into town, dude.
They have Pitt on the 6th at home. So there are some games there. They definitely have a nice little test. Pitt is also in a tournament. I forget who it is. It's Florida. Pitt's got to play Florida and Missouri. They play Florida on the 22nd. That's a tournament in Brooklyn. I forget the other 2 teams in that. So, yeah, Pitt's got they got a couple more easy ones. Binghamton, Florida Gulf Coast, Jacksonville. Then they play Florida, then whoever else in that tournament. Then they got Missouri, Clemson, WVU. Then a couple other cupcakes before ACC play. So,
yeah, dude, we round out non-conference play playing Ohio State on
I saw
Fox.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
What
tight.
is that? December
30th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a night game too, which would be fucking awesome.
So college basketball, we'll get some good games every now and then from here until about Thanksgiving. Then when Thanksgiving comes around is when those tournaments really start to amp up and you'll start to see a lot of good games. So for me, obviously, like I talked about with Pitt football, I still watch them every week. Still love to watch them even though they stink. But obviously, because of how bad they stink, I've been waiting for basketball. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and I think, we got the big hit of this week, and then I think we just sprinkle in there that if WVU upsets Oklahoma this week, Hits and Picks has to take a road trip, and we go to the game in Morgantown Wednesday night at 7, December 6th. As long as you're like,
I should be good.
Yeah.
I should be good. Yeah.
So I think we
That could possibly be done. Yeah, that could be done.
I think it'd be fun. Little boys trip, head to the
Yeah,
Coliseum.
we'll consider. We'll talk.
We'll just
We'll talk.
We'll just boo you every
That's on a
time.
Wednesday?
Wednesday night.
What the fuck?
Wednesday night, 9 p.m.
Okay,
baby.
we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got though. You got anything else?
Well, I mentioned it on the lunch line. Shout out. I feel bad for Christopher Bell. NASCAR championship was this weekend, and his car blew up lap 60 or so in stage 1. Shout out Ryan Blaney for getting the dub. He's a generational driver. Very cool to see him win. Team Penske with the back-to-back. And, yeah, other than that, I'll miss NASCAR. It'll be back in February, so
For
only
the 500.
yeah, few short months away.
Is that the first event or one of the first ones?
Yeah, so first one's Clash at the Coliseum, and then Daytona 500 is normally I believe like the second race of the year normally.
Oh, I love it.
So hell yeah. But yeah, man, other than that, dude, it's very good having you back here, my boy.
Great to be back. Very happy.
Everybody, we're winding down on the year. It's holiday season.
Best time of the year.
Smile, spread the holiday cheer, dude.
I'm with you though. From
It's the best.
Thanksgiving Eve till January 2nd. Great time of the
It's
year.
the greatest time of the year.
It is. Great time of the year.
So yeah, just make sure
And
to
March. I also love
Oh, yeah.
March.
Yeah, this is March.
Yeah.
Make sure to subscribe to the Juicebox YouTube, and I'll let Ty close us out.
Subscribe. It's not hard to click a button. I don't care if you don't watch it. Just subscribe. Just do the boys a favor. Go in there. Subscribe to the Juicebox Pod. Follow me on X and Instagram at TylerDro24_. That is at TylerDro24_. Peace out.